How goes it, everyone? Kirby's Return to Dream Land was great, and with the remake, it's now Great Deluxe. It was the first mainline 2D Kirby game I ever played. No, you don't count, you beautiful little spin-off you. It was the Kirby game that made me a bona fide fan back in the day, and I was once again able to relive those memories in Return to Dream Land Deluxe. The first thing to note is that this game isn't a simple remaster upscaled to 1080p. No. This is a from-the-ground-up remake of the original title with more bells and whistles. Kirby's moveset is updated to match modern mechanics. There's also new abilities, very nice. King Dedede got a redesign to match his Forgotten Land appearance. The soundtrack is just as good as ever, but it's no longer held back by the Wii's audio constraints, and it sounds so polished. And the visual presentation has gotten a nice overhaul from the original. The game takes on a more cel-shaded outline style, reminiscent of the one from the unreleased Kirby games back from the 2000s. And this guy, his name is Mr. Duder. Great to have you back, buddy. Super abilities are back, complete with new animations for style, except for the final boss, which brings back the original transformations from the Wii title. I like how whenever you open up another dimension, they rip and tear into place, and enemies now hit the screen on contact. The level designs aren't as inventive as Forgotten Land, but to address that, each theme has a unique story through the backgrounds. Cookie Country, you start by traversing the open plains, then you make your way through the treetops full of greenery. Onion Ocean, starting on the beachfront before going deeper beneath the surface to find an undersea city guarded by a pufferfish with a case of projectile vomiting. Egg Engines, sucks ass. And Nutty Noon is my favorite of the bunch. You make your way into the clouds before day turns to sunset atop the Sky Tower, going through the starry night before being amongst the cosmos. I would say Raisin Ruins is my least favorite, but it has Mr. Duder in it, so it gets bumped up to a close second place automatically. The new features of Return to Dream Land Deluxe include the Merry Magoland theme park, which features mini-games from the main game and fan favorites across the series, and the Magolor epilogue story, taking place after the events of the main story. My only main gripe with this campaign was that it was so much fun, I wish it was its own game. Or at the very least, I wanted more. I mean, come on. You can fight an electric Mr. Duder in this campaign. It's a 2D platformer RPG hybrid, where you rack up combos that get turned into currency to upgrade your abilities throughout the run. This simple mechanic makes the game so enjoyable. Instead of having all your powers from the get-go, you have to slowly regain the abilities you lost. And it's a nice feeling watching your arsenal grow and improve as you progress. Also, the post-credits suggest this is the reason I had to pay for in-game currency in Kirby Super Clash. Did HAL Laboratory seriously give a canonical explanation for microtransactions in a free-to-play game? There are a few issues I have with the game though. Other than the main game and epilogue, it's just the standard post-game. An extra mode for added difficulty, which also gives Mr. Duder a fancy-looking mustache, an updated boss rush to include the fights from the Magolor campaign to question if the development team is composed of sadists, and that's about it. There's also no way to play as any other character than Kirby in single player, no way to play Magolor in the boss rush modes, and co-op is restricted to offline play. I know Nintendo's netcode is worthy of a participation prize at this point, but that was such a missed opportunity. But despite those flaws, I still think Return to Dream Land Deluxe is worth the price of admission. And I also think it's a great template for the 3DS titles to get remade for modern consoles. Take the visual style here, include some post-game epilogues for Taranza and Susie, and there you go. You've got the best of Kirby's 2D platformers all on one system. So why does this remake of a 2011 game on the Wii mean so much to me beyond nostalgia? Because it not only made me a fan of the Kirby franchise, but it introduced me to an amazing development studio that I barely knew as a kid beyond Melee on the GameCube. Kirby Air Ride, Superstar Ultra, Triple Deluxe, Star Allies, Planet Robobot, Earthbound, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. All of these phenomenal games, same studio, every time. And I can trace my fondness for the developers over at HAL Laboratory back to Kirby's Return to Dream Land, the original, and the deluxe package. I give this game a Mr. Duder out of 10, with a fancy-ass mustache.